Hello and welcome. If you've ever missed a meeting, forgotten a birthday, or had trouble keeping track of your plans, this video is for you. We're going to learn Google Calendar from the ground up, step by step, so that by the end you can schedule, manage, and share your calendar like a pro, even if you have never used it before. In this video, we will start with the basics. Then we will move into powerful tools like time blocking, time management, recurring events, and smart scheduling. Let's dive in. Getting started with Google Calendar. To get started, go to calendar.google.com and sign in with your Google account. Your Google account gives you access to various Google services, and Calendar is one of Google's services. When you sign in, you will see your default calendar for the current month. On the left panel, you will find a mini calendar for quick navigation, a list of your calendars like personal, work, or calendars you've specially titled. You will see other calendar section, which we will be looking at as we progress in this video. At the top right, you will notice a drop down where you can choose how you want to see your calendar or your time. The first is day view. It shows you only one day, and this is good for detailed hourly planning or to view the task you have for the day. The second is week view. It lets you see all 7 days, perfect for planning meetings or classes across the week. You have the month view and gives you the big picture, ideal for looking at holidays and deadlines. You have the schedule view that gives you a list of events in order of occurrence, like a to-do list with the dates. Example, if today is Monday and you want to plan your whole week of work and task or errands, you will switch to week view so you can see everything side by side. That is from the beginning of the week to the end. You could take your time to schedule each day and each event across the week. Creating events. To add something to your calendar, it is called creating event. And to create an event, you can do that in two ways. Either you click on create button on the left top corner of your screen view, or click directly on the date and time you want to create the event. If you look at your calendar, you will see each day has the time divided. You could click on a day and click on a time you want to schedule the event, and then the event scheduling window will pop up. On the title, type your event name, weekly team meeting. For example, team meeting. Then select the start time and the end time. You can choose, say is a meeting that starts by 10 a.m. and it will end by 12 p.m. If the meeting is online, you can actually click on add the video conferencing. If you're using Google Meet, to get a Google Meet link, you could schedule right from the calendar to create a Google Meet link. You can also type location if it is a physical meeting to show whoever you're inviting to the meeting the place the meeting is holding in order to give them clarity. When you're done, click save It will appear right in your calendar. If your event is an all-day event or event that repeats, maybe it repeats every week, every month, then on the all-day box, if you check it's all day, the start and end time will disappear. And to set it to for repeating events, click on Do Not Repeat, drop down. You could choose Custom to set it exactly how it should be repeated. It can be a weekly meeting. Choose Do Not Repeat, drop down, and pick how often you want it to repeat. Example, if you have a gym class every Monday at 7 a.m., you can set it to repeat every week so you don't have to add it again. So for the rest of the weeks, every Monday 7 a.m., your event will notify. Let's look at finding available times. What does it mean? If you are meeting with other people, you can check when they are free. That is, what it means that someone can actually share their calendar with you. And through their name, email address, you can actually relate to know when they are free. You want to invite someone to an event. You add them as a guest in your event. Then you click on Find Time. If you go back to your event, you will see where it says Add Guest. Click Find a Time. This shows their schedule alongside yours, so you can pick a time that works for everyone. No need for you to be sending message across and say, when can we meet? When are you free? With their schedule, you'll be able to collaborate and know when to fix the time for the meeting. You want to get notified for the event you set. So Google Calendar can remind you before an event starts. To get notified inside the event, click Add Notification. You can choose a pop-up reminders that appear on your screen. You can choose a reminder by email that arrive in your inbox, meaning you will have to check your inbox. Example, for an interview on Friday at 3 p.m., you might set a pop-up reminder 30 minutes before and email reminder 1 day before so you can prepare. With this, you will not miss any of your event, and that's the beauty of Google Calendar. Event visibility, you can actually choose who sees this event. This particular event you set, you can actually see who sees it. The options you have default, public, private. So what it means that you can choose who sees your event. If it's a personal doctor's appointment, you can set as private. Others will only see that you are busy, not the details. Now, we talked about that you can actually, while setting your event, find time when others are free or busy. The same way you could set your time private, meaning you're busy at a particular time. In such case, others who want to find your free time will only see that you're busy, but will not see the details of the event. You can also mark your time busy if you don't want others to book you then, or free if it is flexible. Event descriptions. The description box in your event setup can be used to add maybe meeting agenda, extra details what the meeting is all about, maybe a Zoom link, or even a to-do list for that particular event. Assuming you're preparing and you need a reminder of what and what need to be prepared for that event, you could add it in the description. You can add a Google Docs link that takes you to where you have actually typed the content. This way, you and the guest have all the information in one place, especially the guest you want to see the details of the event. Inviting and managing guests. To invite people while you're setting your event, go to Add Guest or click on your event and event setting will pop up. Go to Add Guest. Type their email addresses in the Add Guest section. They will get an invite by email and can click yes, no, or maybe. That is, yes, I will be available. No, I won't be available. Maybe when they are not sure. You will see their responses right inside your event. Using suggested times. If you're inviting 1 or 2 people, you can click suggested times next to their name. Google Calendar will recommend times when everyone is free. This is an automation that Google Calendar brings. You don't need to rack your brain, especially you're working with a team that all have calendar set up. And that's the beauty of it. When you're working with a team, after this video, make sure that each person has a calendar setup that includes their schedule per day so that you can easily collaborate and put meetings when it's necessary or arrange tasks or team assignments. Guest permission. You can give guests permission on a set event, either to change the event details, invite more people, or see who else is invited. Assuming you want to convince guests that your event is something that they need to attend. So you could actually see, or you could allow a co-host to be able to manage the event schedule. You can actually allow one person to a co-host while you keep others to view only. Modifying and deleting events. Google Calendar gives you the opportunity to edit the time of an event, delete the event, and also confirm it. For instance, if plans change and you need to adjust the event time, click the event and use the pencil icon to edit it. If you no longer need it, click the trash can to delete. Google will ask if you want to delete just this event or future repeats. You could decide to delete that particular one or change the time. Now let's look at view multiple calendars. At the beginning, say you find where your calendars are listed, you could toggle between calendars. For instance, you set a calendar that is just to-do list, you set a calendar that is meetings or personal appointments. You don't want everything to appear on one calendar. You could create different calendars. So you can have separate calendars for work, personal, school, or hobbies, all in different colors. You could add color scheme to identify them. You can show or hide them by checking or unchecking them in the sidebar. So how do you create calendars? So to create a new calendar, go to settings, create new calendar, give it a name. For instance, you want to keep your personal life separate from work and choose a color to add to it. So any schedule you have for that particular calendar will appear in the color you have selected for it. If you want to, for any reason, modify calendar settings, for instance, you could decide to change the color or notification defaults. Each calendar has its own settings. The notification time, the rules for sharing the calendar, the color display. You go to settings, calendar settings. Let's say, for instance, we want to change the reminder time. We can reduce it by 10 minutes or can set it to whichever time, reminder time we feel is comfortable. Let's look at making your calendars public. You can make a calendar public so anyone can see it. But this means that everyone can view it online. So be careful. It's sometimes not good to make it public. Rather, share with persons that you really want to look at your calendar. So, sharing your calendar. How do you share calendars? You share calendar by adding specific email addresses and choosing the permissions they have. Can they view only or they can make changes? So to share with a friend or coworker, add their email and decide what they can do, view only or make changes. They will get notification that specify the permissions you have set on your calendar. Share calendar permissions. Share the calendar permissions. This shows you all 4 permission levels. These are the permission levels. I say you could actually give someone you share the calendar with permissions. The permissions range from see free busy only, see all event details, make changes, manage sharing. Now make changes, the person you're sharing with has a permission to change. Maybe it's a co-host. Or manage sharing. And the person can actually add other persons to your calendar. Changing notification. You can set a default reminder for all events in a particular calendar. For instance, you just want to make sure that all your events before they happen, you have a 30-minute notification pop-up and maybe a 1-day email reminder for all your events for a particular calendar. For instance, if it's a work calendar, okay, you getting pop-ups to remind you it is remaining 10 minutes for this particular event to happen, and you do that for your work event. While personal, you can decide to set a different notification for the calendar. Here we're talking about your calendar and not a particular event. Deleting or unsubscribing from calendar. You can actually remove old calendars by clicking unsubscribe or delete ones you created that you no longer need. Moving events to other calendars. You can change event calendar from personal to work. For instance, if you put a particular event in the wrong calendar, open it and use the calendar drop-down to move it to the right one. It is easy. You're setting up and mistakenly it's a personal event and it's a personal event that is on your private calendar and you move it to work that is semi-public. You could quickly click on the event, go to calendar, use the calendar drop-down menu to choose the right calendar. Displaying and hiding calendars. You can hide work calendar for personal planning. You can hide personal calendar for work view. This is to reduce the clutter when you open calendar, what you see. You don't need at the moment to see. You can just turn them back on anytime you want. Searching for events. You can actually, in Google Calendar, you can actually search for events. Use the search bar to quickly find an event, either by name, by guest, or a keyword, assuming you've got to forget that, or you have an event you've scheduled, or you want to make an adjustment, but you can't actually remember the schedule for that event, or you were invited to an event or given permission to look at an event, but you just need to quickly search it pop up. So with the keyword on the name of the event, the guest that is appearing on that event. You're able to go to the search. Click. So let's see. Important settings, highlighting working hours, time zones, color coding. In settings, you can actually, that is calendar settings, you can actually set your working hours so people don't book you late at night, right? You can actually set that. So when someone wants to book you, they don't book you 12 a.m. or beyond 8 p.m. You can adjust your time zone if you travel. You change time zone, you can adjust your time zone in order to tally with where you are per time. You can change the color code events for easy recognition of the event. So that's it. You now have the tools to manage your schedule confidently using Google Calendar. Just practice these steps and you'll wonder how ever you lived without a calendar. Thank you.